Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is me, Obianuju, here again on your screen. Yes, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well because me, I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. I hope you guys have had the best week. I've had a very stressful week, yes. So in the course of this week, I was doing a lot of reminiscing and just thinking about my life and thinking about how far I have come. To be sincere, I have come really far. Like, I just look at my life and I'm like, wow, Uju, there's a lot of lessons that you have learned, right? As much as I feel like, I've not, suffered, probably gone to hawk on the street or done any, outrageous thing, to survive in life. I have been through it. Like, I have learned lessons in life, and I feel like some of these lessons I want to share with you guys because I look at myself as someone who has gone through most of the phases of life. If I do say so myself, yes, I've gone through most of the phases of life. Like, I mean, elementary school, secondary school, university, NYSC. I got a job, working, and then getting married. I know I've not, like, gone through all the phases of life. I'm not old, I've not had children, all those other shenanigans. I'm not where I want to be in my career yet, but I feel like with these phases that I've gone through, just a whole lot of lessons that I've learned, and that's what I want to share with you guys in this video. What do I want to achieve? I just want to, you know let it out, let you guys know some of the lessons I've learned in life. If you've not gone through any of these stages that I've been through, you can learn something from me. And also, if you have passed these phases or that have been through and you have learned more lessons, you can also drop them in the comment section. But yeah, these are my lessons, and I feel like this can help somebody out, which is why I'm sharing it. So yeah, let's just get right into it. But before I share these lessons, you guys, click that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment in the comment section. Do not forget to share my video if you love it. That's by the end of the video. If you love it, share the video, but I already know you're going to love it. So let's just get right into it. So the first lesson I have learned in the course of life, my life, this is my life, so these are my lessons. The first lesson I have learned is that life is not perfect and it doesn't have a perfect script, and that is okay, right? So yes, there's so many times in my life that I'm just like, can't some things go like a certain way for me, like the way I plan it? Can't it just go like that? Like, do I have to have like a hiccup or like an obstacle on the way? But you know what, looking back at my life, I have seen that most of the things I have gone through it, I have had to go through it for a reason. Like, when I look back and when I see, how far I've come, I'm just like, okay, all those things I passed through, those mistakes that I made, those things that did not actually come to pass, they happened for me to be where I am today. Not saying that I'm somewhere or like I'm where I really want to be, but like, so far I think I'm okay. Like, I'm not bad. you know I it could have been worse, right? But I'm okay. But I'm just saying that don't expect life to go a certain way. Like, I feel like one example, major example I can give is when I was about to enter the university. I know how much, how much work I put into writing my JAMB and my WAEC, and how much I wanted to go into school. How much, like, all my friends, from secondary school were always talking about going to school that year and stuff like that. And I didn't make JAM that year. The next year, I didn't also go. So I waited for like 2 years. All my parents had already gone to school, like some of them, right? And then I didn't really look at every other person that didn't go to school. I was really like, my life, like, I was really blaming myself and saying, oh, God has not answered my prayers. My life is not good. Da 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 da. But I didn't also see that some other people too were also in my condition, right? And also, not just that, right? Those particular 2 years of my life, I learned a whole lot of things that, to be sincere, if I had gone to school, I probably would have missed it. I don't know if you guys get me. I feel like that 2 years of my life was used to reshape my life, reshape my mentality about the university before I got into the university. So then when I was in the university, I was more focused. I don't know if you guys get me. So if I had gone into the university with the whole mindset of, oh my god, I'm off my parents' radar, going into the university, my mom's not going to, monitor me and all of that, I probably would have been, I don't know, I don't want to use a certain word, but I probably wouldn't have been as focused as I was, right? So yeah, that is just one example out of a lot of examples. I know that everybody sets their goals for themselves. Sometimes those goals don't come to pass, which is why I say that life is not a perfect script. But the thing, when you get to that stage that you want to get to, you would see the reason why you passed through everything you passed through, right? Yes, so that is one lesson I have learned from life. So the second lesson I've learned from life is that making money is hard, but saving money is harder. Like, when I came out from school, or even when I was in school, obviously my parents were fending for me and all of that. I didn't really know what it was to like make money. And funny thing is, I tried to even make money while I was in school. But you know what? In this economy that we are, let me just even say, in the whole Nigeria society, like, saving money can be the hardest thing to do. It's not easy to make money, first and foremost, except you're making money through, dubious means, or like, fraud and all of that. But in the real sense, you have to put in work to make money. Because when I feel like a few years back, I was, always keen about, my God, and when I come out from school, I'm going to make so much money, I'm going to do this, do that. I had a lot of ideas. And if you go back down my videos, if you check my videos, you'll see where I said, oh my God, I can't wait. When I was leaving school, when I said, I can't wait to, come out from school, make money, I have a lot of ideas and all of that. You would see where I said that. But, reality hit me, and I found out that making money, right, is one of the hardest things to do, right? And saving it is even harder. But funny thing is that I've learned how to save money. I didn't used to know how to save money before. Like, I was a bad, saver of money. But now I know how to save money more. And I don't know if you guys want to know my tips on how I save money. It's suffering, but if you want to learn how to save money, you can let me know in the comment section, and I'll probably make a separate video on how I save my money, right? So that's another lesson that I learned in life. So the third lesson I learned, I'm actually mixing up these lessons, but yeah, anyhow it comes to my head, I just say it. The third lesson I learned is that, or that I'm learning, because I'm still learning this one, is that marriage is beautiful, but it is actually real work. Yes, marriage is work. It is beautiful, but you have to put in the work to make it beautiful. Now, I don't know if you guys understand what I mean, but I can say been there, done that, or being there, I'm actually there and I'm doing it. So I know that it's actually work, right? So the beautiful marriages that you see outside, and the butterflies, the everyday gifts that some women receive from their husbands, the vacations, the beautiful sights you just see of couples and all of that. It is so beautiful to see from the outside, but when you go inside, you see that there is a whole lot of work that is put into it by the two parties. But to be sincere, there are marriages that are actually working out. There are marriages that are actually good, the ones that you don't even see. So I used to say it all the time that the ones you see online are always the bad ones. You will never see the good ones, because people do not want to put the good ones online so that people do not spoil it, right? And that is so many people's notion about marriage, right? But before you see a very good marriage, know that two people have what's the word, two people have decided, right, and said, I'm going to be committed I'm going to make this work. I'm going to put in my all. I'm going to tolerate your bad characters. I'm going to communicate with you. I'm going to, take care of you. There's just a whole lot of things, right? So that is another lesson I am learning, because trust me, being in one or being married now, you know, there's a whole lot of patience that has to go with it that I'm learning. I'm learning patience so much, right? So yeah, that's another life lesson that I am learning currently, right? Yeah. Another thing that I have learned is that there's a season for everything. Like there's a time for everything. I know that all these lessons are very cliche, but to be sincere, this is my reality. Like this is real. This is like real lessons that I've learned. I'm going to say, like, I know every time I always tell my cousins how, I wish when I come out from school, I'll get a job and just I'll get married. I know for people it's not a priority to get married. That's people, right? For me, my priorities are so different from other people's priorities. I love my career. I love what I do, right? And I want to attain every height in life that I can. So every achievement or everything, let me not put it like achievement, so everything that I think that I can attain, or every height that I think I can attain, I would attain it, right? Just I would be there. I'll tick those boxes, right? So yeah, so I remember when I was telling them I wanted to get married. Oh, when I come out from school, I think I did at age of 23. You will just be saying those things and it won't come to pass the way you see it, right? I also at some point that was no longer my plan again. My plan changed. My plan changed to, I wanted to, travel for my um education, to do my master's, because I'm so much like an education or like a school girly. I love academics so much and I want to reach like the greatest. I want to achieve the greatest, but I don't know if there's anything more than PhD, doctorate, whatever. I'm going to do that, right? So that is me, right? So yeah, my plans just change every time in life, and most times the reason why my plan changes because this one did not work, the next one work. That's how I look at life, right? So yes, like life is not a rush. Life is not a race of who's going to come first. It is more of a race of how well did you do it, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm learning in life. I'm still learning that. So another lesson that I'm learning is that, yes, this is also cliche. Adulting is harder than I ever imagined. Now, adulting for me started when I got married. So I feel like, I'm not, for me, like I stayed with my parents all my life, so you go back home, you see food to eat. I come from normal cultural household where, like, your father provides, for you, your father provides the food you eat, everything. And I thank God my both parents are alive, doing well, doing good. So yes, that's the kind of background I come from. So yes, I try to make money for myself so that I would be able to afford the things that I can. But why I'm saying adulthood started for me, or is starting for me now that I'm married, is because it's like I am about to build a new family. I am about to build a family. Like I'm about to have my own family. Do you understand? Where it's like, I don't know how to explain it, where it's like you're no more looking up to your parents per se. You are now the one that is going to be looked up to. So that's why I'm saying adulting started for me from when my marriage started. And it's different from every other person. It's different from other people. Like other people, adulting have started since. Some of them had to start fending for themselves, and doing everything and stuff like that. I like to look at myself as someone who I want to be able to afford things for myself without looking at anybody's pocket, without asking for this, asking for that. I want to be able to do that for myself. And I've been able to do that for myself for a very long time. Apart from household things, food is in the house, all these other things that obviously my dad takes care of and stuff like that. Every other thing that is personal to me, I foot them, I fend for them, right? Every other thing that I need for myself, I buy for myself. So how am I going to be able to do that? By trying to make the money, right? And also, like I said, after that, now fast forward to me getting married and me knowing that, you know, it's me and my husband in this, you have to be there. Plan your future, plan what you want for your children. Yeah. So there's a whole lot of thinking in this phase. There's a whole lot of thinking and putting the work and praying in this phase of life. I'm not going to lie. There's a whole lot of praying. But yeah, I feel like as you go, you would get stronger. And I always say that there is no stage of life, or there's no difficult situation you pass through that God has not equipped you with the capacity to pass through it. You have the capacity to pass through it. Like for me, I feel like anything you're going through, I might not be able to pass through it because that's not my cross to carry. That's not necessarily what I can be able to carry. So God gives you what you can be able to carry and what you can be able to solve, right? So yeah, that's my belief. So whenever I just put that in my head that, I cannot do more than myself, I would only do what I am able to do, right? It just helps me, and yeah. Another lesson I have learned is choose your friends wisely, right? Choose your friends wisely. I cannot overemphasize that. I always say quality is better than quantity. I'm sorry. As much as I know there are some girls that like friends for this, friends for that, friends for this and that. Like to me, I'm not that kind of person. Like I don't really care for having a whole lot of friends. I just want to have that friend that has the same value as I have, right? You have the same value, you have the same standards that I have. I can't keep friends that's like, when I say friends, I mean friends. I don't mean acquaintances, right? Yes, we have a lot of acquaintances, but when I say friends, I don't keep friends that do not have the same value like I have, like that do not think in the same direction that I think, right? Yeah, so these are the things I've learned in life because even from my uni stage, I've had friends, I've fallen out with friends, I've cut off friends. There's just a whole lot of stages I've been through with friends that I just know that there are some friends that I cannot have. It just goes with life and with age, right? So yeah, that's another great lesson I have learned. I do not want to stress much on friends because, to be sincere, I'm not a friend person. I do not have circle of friends. Talking of triangle, talking of triangle of friends, I don't even have. So I don't think I'm the best person to talk about friendship. But yeah, I try to pick my friends wisely. Before I call you my friend, I already know that we gel. You understand that we have the same values and the same standards, right? Yeah. Another lesson I have learned is that you cannot please everyone. Do not try it. Do not try to please everyone in this life because you cannot. You simply cannot. You simply cannot. I used to be a big people pleaser. I used to want to please this one, please that one, please this one, please this person, please that person. I even used to be a person that never used to say no. I just feel like saying no is really bad, but I learned the hard way. Yes, I learned the hard way, especially in cases where you have to give out money, right? So when people see you like someone that has, because sometimes some people just believe, there's people that just believe that some certain people have, maybe because of how they package themselves, or because of how they look like, or because of what they think, or what they've heard, you know. And so sometimes they just take advantage of that, and most times you also, because you do not want to, let me put it like this, hold their hand, or you do not want to make what they are saying or what they are thinking look like a false narrative, you want to feed into their narrative, then you do that at your own detriment, even if sometimes maybe You might even be low at some point. You might not have at some point. You just do not want them to feel that, oh, really, you do not have. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like sometimes I might not really have, and then when someone asks me, I'm like, okay, I'll give you. But to be sincere, I'm broke. I'm like the brokest. But because I know that this person thinks in their head that, I probably have somewhere. I do not want to lose the friendship. I don't want people to think about me somehow. It still boils down to people's opinions about me. So I always think about it. And that used to be me. But now I'm not a people pleaser, especially when it even comes to giving out. When you come here and tell me, please, please can you borrow me something? I tell you, this is not the time, please. At this moment, I'm financially drained. I have a whole lot of things that I'm doing. Please bear with me. I do not have. I'll give you explanation that you self will be feeling for me. So I've stopped being a people pleaser, and I feel like, yeah, people should stop pleasing people. Like, how many people can you please at the end of the day? And it's always going to be to your detriment. It's never going to be to your favor, right? Yeah. And finally, let me just end it here because I feel like this video is getting too long. Another lesson, another thing that I'm going to leave you guys with is that you are still becoming. Yes, you are still becoming. In any stage that you are in life, whether you're old, whether you're 55, 60, you are definitely going to constantly keep learning. You will never stop learning. Do you know why? Because there are new things that you will do, or there are new experiences that you will have that you've never had before, and you're definitely going to learn from that experience. So yes, you might have passed my stage, you might be older than me, but I bet you that there's some things that you're going to experience in that old age that you have never experienced before, and you're going to learn from it. So we are still becoming. Every day we still strive to be better people. Even the people that we feel like have made it in life still want to be better. Sometimes you'll be like, let me use an example of the richest person I don't know if he's still the richest in Africa, Dangote, or the richest in Nigeria, right? Yes, to us he has a lot of money, and we're like, what do you really want in life again? Just go and rest. No, he's still striving, he's still becoming. There's something that he wants to achieve that he hasn't achieved. So that is why I'm saying there's no rush. You're still becoming, you're still going to be. In this life, it's till infinity. Like, it never ends. Our wants, our desires, what we want for ourselves never ends, right? So in every stage of our life, let's just take every stage of our life as a learning curve or as a learning process for us, because that would still help us to be able to navigate the next stage of our lives. And that's what I'm doing at the moment, because I still have a lot of things I have not done. I have a lot of things, especially as regards my career, that I want to happen for me. That is more like taking time, but I just look at it as I'm preparing myself for that stage. Probably I have not reached that stage. Now there's a particular thing that I've been waiting for a long time to happen. I've been putting the work, I'm doing a lot of things for that thing to happen, but it hasn't happened now. That doesn't mean that won't happen. The only way it won't happen is if I give up on it. But as long as I do not give up on it, I believe within me that it is going to happen, right? Yeah, so that's a lesson that I am still learning. And I know a lot of people are learning that same lesson at the moment, right? So I'm just going to leave these words with you finally. Do not put yourself under unnecessary pressure in trying to figure things out, right? Because when you figure it out, you're just going to go round on like a merry-go-round. You're just going to go round and round and round. Just go through life, right? Don't try to figure out why is this happening, what's going to happen. Don't think too much about it. Just do what you can do, and I feel like things will fall in place. Do what you can do to attain whatever it is that you want to attain, and leave the rest for God. I know all these things I'm saying, they are cliche, but to be sincere, there are things that I have passed through. There are lessons that I'm learning, lessons that I'm still learning. Like, they are not even lessons of the past. They are lessons that I'm still learning because every day I experience new things, right? Yeah, so these are some of the lessons. I have more, but because of time, I cannot share everything that I have learned or that I'm still learning. But if there's anything that you have learned in life, kindly put it in the comment section. The reason why I'm asking you is because everybody is different. The same way, like, our fingers are not equal, the same way everybody's experiences are not the same, right? Yeah, so like, you have might have been through something that I have never been through, I've never gone through. It could be bad, it could be good, and you have learned lessons from them. If you have, let me know in the comment section. I feel like this video was just born out of thinking and just remembering and reminiscing on how far I have come. And I just felt like, who best to share these lessons, life lessons, to except my YouTube family, right? Yeah, that's why I'm telling you guys. So if you enjoyed this video, kindly click that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, share this video with friends and family that you want to watch it, and also leave me a comment in the comment section. Let me how you feel. Tell me how you feel about this video. Tell me what kind of videos you want me to make, and be sure that I would make them, right? So yeah, we've come to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I would see you guys in my next video. I love you guys. Bye.